Conor Oberst, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Thanks.
I'm good.
Yeah, thanks for popping by. You haven't had to come far because you're getting ready for a show at the Palladium tonight in London.
Yes, absolutely. It's right around the corner.
Yeah, so just kind of strolled over, quite relaxing, hopefully. Well, thank you very much for making time to see us and good luck with the gig. So it's an interesting time for you because a record, we had the last record in October, I think, and then 5 months later, we have got the next, and they seem to be they're obviously connected and kind of talking to each other. So we've gone from Ruminations and we're approaching Salutations.
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
So tell me about it. How did these two albums come about?
Well, the first record was actually, the record label doesn't like me to say this, but it was really just the demos that I was making to share with the people I was going to make the actual record with. And they kind of, we call it demoitis. They got demoitis at the label.
What does that mean?
Just like they kind of liked how they got used to listening to the way they were sounded just with me playing. And so they suggested that we put out that record first.
Yeah.
But the actual record I intended to make, I did make.
Okay.
With there's this band from upstate New York called the Felice Brothers.
Yes.
So they were mostly the band, and then this guy Jim Keltner, who's kind of like a legendary drummer, and he and I co-produced it together, and so and then had a bunch of other friends play on it, like Jim James and Gillian Welch and Jonathan Wilson, a bunch of people. So so I'm excited about the band record. But the other one is just you've heard it. It's more simple.
It's the bare bones, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And also, I think that feels appropriate considering how it was made, because by the sounds of it, you were sort of snowed in. You know, you moved back to Omaha after being in New York for quite a long while.
13 years.
Yeah, and then were you prepared for the winter? Did you?
Yeah, I mean, it gets cold in New York too. So, but no, it was a weird time, just as far as wasn't doing much and wasn't really planning on working on anything. But then all the songs, I bought a new piano because my piano, it stopped being able to be tuned. I would get piano tuners to come try to tune it, and they just would give up.
So you had a rebellious piano.
Yeah, so I bought a new piano, and then I just stayed up late playing the piano, writing songs. So
and the subject, the title Ruminations. I think a rumination is a thought that kind of recurs, right?
You're absolutely right.
We recently had someone on the show talking about it. Yeah,
it's like I've been going to therapy. You're happy. I'm sure you're happy to hear that. But it's like an OCD kind of thought that you can't get rid of.
Yeah, but an occupational hazard for a musician and a songwriter, I would have thought, a necessary part of being creative, to go back and back over something.
Yeah, I suppose so. You gotta, yeah.
So being at home in snowy Omaha over the winter with this new piano, then did it concentrate the mind? Was it one of those things? It was just you making these what were demos, obviously, which became the last record. What was that like? That sounds quite isolated. But maybe in a good way. I don't know.
Well, I have 2 dogs, so I had them, Lola and Shots, and I would build fires in the living room where the piano was.
Okay.
And then the dogs would watch me play piano.
Well, that
so I wasn't
sound
totally
so bad.
alone.
Yeah,
totally alone.
That sounds quite cozy.
Yeah.
Now, okay. Yeah. So this isn't the kind of winter of discontent.
No. I never get too dark. I keep it pretty positive.
And obviously you're going to be playing tonight. Will there be full band shows? How is it kind of all translating into the live?
So this is my main man, Miwi La Lupa over here, who also he's playing with me, but he makes great records on his own. And so I was supposed to, because the record was all solo, like truly solo, I was supposed to tour that way, but then I chickened out, and I was like, I can't tour by myself. So I convinced Miwi to come and play with me. So it's kind of a power duo.
I love it, yeah.
And
I can feel that just sitting here. Do you know what I mean? Like you're radiating the power duo vibes. Yeah. Love it. And when you say you didn't want to tour solo, is that about the traveling bit or the being on stage bit? I wonder.
Both, but I mean, definitely being on, because I mean, obviously I would travel with some other people, but no, the more being on stage, and also like to force myself to practice, because if I just was by myself, I wouldn't practice. We talk about practice, not the game, not the game. So yeah, so Mew and I lived together in Omaha, and so we it was easy. It was fun to practice. We had a good time.
Motivational. He's looking like, he doesn't like to practice. Like thinking that's my department is getting you to do it.
Yeah, so that was important, you know, because I take this stuff seriously. You know, I want to have a good show.
Oh,
I want everyone to like it.
Absolutely. With that in mind, maybe this could be a fitting run through for tonight.
Let's try it.
Let's do it. What are you going to play for us?
It's called Barbary Coast.
Thank you so much, Conor Oberst.
There's a dance hall there where the sick folks go, like the olden days on the Barbary Coast. There's a barefoot child, she's playing in the rain. You can sell your wares, even if they're hot, in the Great Bazaar or the parking lot, 'cause it takes a while to know who to blame. I might have a taste, 'cause the first one's free, and the checkout girl got a thing for me, and they're both as sweet as the day is long. I don't wanna feel stuck, baby. I just wanna get drunk before noon. I don't mind my head when there's room to dream. Feel like Paul Gauguin painting breadfruit trees in some far-off place where I don't belong. Try to lose myself in the primitive, in Yosemite, like John Muir did, but his eyes were blue, and mine are red and raw. In the modern world, it's a sight to see, it's a stimulant, it's pornography. It takes all my will now not to turn it off. Don't want you to feel sad, baby. I take everything back, I swear I do. 'Cause once all the friends I had have used me up and left, well, I bet you hang around. Well, I bet you'll hang around a while.
Conor Oberst, playing Barbary Coast later. Thank you very much for that. Sounding absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
We looked John Wheeler up in the studio after you mentioned him in the song because we were interested in him. He was Scottish, I think.
Yeah, yep, Scottish, and came to America and fell in love with the, Californian landscape.
The wild landscapes.
Yeah.
So was he before? Or
he started this Sierra Club.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So like a conservation naturalist.
Was he before or after Thoreau? I was wondering, like Walden and all that.
I mean, maybe
around about the same time.
Right about the same time, probably. Maybe a little after.
People invent trains and then everybody starts running away and going, no, deeper into the woods.
Yeah.
And, yeah. But I think a founder of, the parks and stuff and the American park system. Sounds like a really interesting guy.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I was wondering about that, listening to the song and obviously, Paul Gauguin and being in Polynesia and kind of see this idea of like seeking wilderness and creative people finding inspiration there. Is that something you can relate to?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all probably understand like the oppressive nature of modern life, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think like whenever you can get away where your cell phone doesn't work, I think it's good for the spirit, you know? So.
And I mean, writing in Nebraska must be pretty easy to feel, quite like you say, you're at the mercy of the environment in many ways.
Yeah, it's bleak out there, getting bagged out here. But no, Omaha is like a real city. But yeah, if you go outside Omaha, it gets pretty empty, barren, pretty fast. If you drive west towards Colorado, there's just there's kind of nothing. You can just roll a quarter and it'll just keep going for hundreds of miles.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And was that part of, you were looking for that, moving back, was that part of it?
No, Manhattan got too expensive. I was like, God damn, really? $4,000 a month for this apartment? So it was just, rent's too damn high. You've seen that guy on TV? Like, that was me basically screaming.
But not a bad side benefit, natural beauty and inspiration everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, Nebraska's not quite beautiful, but, there's parts of it. I shouldn't say that. I take that back. I'd like to apologize to Nebraska. No, I think, it's nice to, I never, went camping or anything as a kid.
Right.
I wish I would have, but just, we weren't, my parents weren't really, the outdoorsy types. Mm-hmm. But, later in life, I've done it a few times, and I've been on a couple. I have these friends that are professional river guides.
Oh wow!
So I've been on some trips with them where you float down the river for a week and they camp on the side of the river.
A week? That's quite a lot. Yeah. I thought you were going to be an hour and then you get off and you have lunch. No, a week? No,
yeah, but they're amazing. They make 5-star meals with just the campfire, and they bake chocolate cakes in Dutch ovens and sleep under the stars.
That sounds incredible, but also are there bears? Because I've seen that film with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I did it once with them in Idaho, and I think there was bears around there. And then we did it once in New Mexico, and I don't think they have bears down there. The snakes, they have snakes.
Well, that's bad enough. Listen, thank you so much for joining us. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here, Conor. We're going to have more music from you later, but for now, cheers.
Thank you.
You're with Lauren Laverne on BBC Six Music. I'm delighted to say I'm back in the live room with Conor Oberst, and we've collected a new band member, Phoebe.
Yes, this is Phoebe Bridgers.
Hey Welcome, guys. Phoebe. Hi.
She's amazing. She's from LA. She's playing the show with us tonight.
Fantastic.
And she makes great music. Check it out. But she's gonna sing. I got sick of singing this song because it's an old song, but then I started singing with Phoebe, and now I like to sing it again.
So how long are you going to be playing then? What are the live dates this week? We've got a few, but I know that there are festival shows already lined up for the Summer Green Man. I think you were announced on the bill there.
Yeah. So this tour we're finishing up. Sadly, I'm getting depressed about that it's over. But we have 4 more shows on this tour.
Okay.
And then I'll come back in the summer with a full band and play some some shows.
And of course, the next album, the kind of full version of the last album, Salutations, is coming out. And I love that title, you know, just as much as the last. They do seem to be kind of, you know, in relief to each other in a funny kind of way.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, you know, kind of companion pieces. So, yeah, it's, I guess, Salutation. Well, there is a title track, a new song that has that same name on the new album, so that's part of it. Cover art, kind of dark, but it's a happy ending.
Okay, right. Yeah. We're ready for that, primed. So we should just go with it, yeah?
Yeah. I drowned on the cover, but then I get mouth to mouth on the back side, so I come back to life. So don't worry. It's just like a cliffhanger.
Yeah. And it does sound like quite a sociable album. I mean, you made it in Malibu, which doesn't sound bad to start with. And as you mentioned, lots of your friends and musicians that you admire in the mix. What was recording like?
It was so amazing. So co-produced it with Jim Keltner, who, if people don't know, is like sort of the most legendary drummer, played with everyone. Randy Newman, John Lennon, Bobby Dylan.
Fantastic.
Steely Dan. I mean, yeah, look him up. It's pretty crazy, all the records he played on.
This is the question though, at what point did you start asking him for stories?
Well, that's the thing, is like sometimes I wouldn't, because he's so down to earth, and he's like not at all like pretentious. He's just really easy to talk to and such a sweet guy. So sometimes, you know, I wouldn't really be listening. Like when he'd start talking about something, then I'm like,
this reminds me of the Pretzel Logic sessions.
Well, exactly. I'm like, wait, oh, hold on, rewind. Like he's talking about like George Harrison, like it was like his like best bro, and it's like, whoa, like I forgot. I want to start at the beginning of the story again because I wasn't paying attention. But no, he's just amazing, and like, yeah, like truly, just a beautiful human being.
I mean, some big kind of cinematic sounds as well there that you're referencing in his the music that he's kind of been part of. Was that widescreen feel what you were after with the new record?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I really wanted to, like I said, like make the record with my friends, the Felice Brothers, because they're like my favorite band, and then, yeah, so having like Jim playing drums with the Felices, and then, you know, sprinkling on all the other friends on top of it. It was like,
yeah,
pretty much a kid in a candy store situation. couldn't ask for anything more, you know.
It sounds absolutely perfect. Well, as long as you're promising to bring it back to our shores, and we're not just going to get you for the week here. You're going to be back in the summer.
I'll be back. Okay. Can't wait.
Fantastic. Well, we'd love one more song before we let you go over to the Palladium to get ready for the show tonight. What's it going to be?
Cool. So we're going to do this old Bright Eyes song called Lua, and Phoebe's gonna sing it with me, and your boy Miwi's gonna play that bass six. It's gonna be fun.
Over to you guys.
All right.
I know that it is freezing, but I think we have to walk. I keep waving at the taxis, they keep turning their lights off. But Julie knows a party at some actor's West Side loft. Supplies are endless in the evening, by the morning they'll be gone.
When everything is lonely, I can be my own best friend. I get a coffee and the paper, have my own conversations with the sidewalk, the pigeons in my window reflection, the mask I polish in the evening, by the morning looks like. And I know you have a heavy heart, I can feel it when we kiss. So many men stronger than me have thrown their backs out, trying to lift it. But me, I'm not a gamble. You can count on me to split the love I sell you in the evening. By the morning won't exist. You're looking skinny like a model, with your eyes all painted black. You just keep going to the bathroom, always say I'll be right back. Well, it takes one to know one, kid. I think you got it bad. But what's that easy in the evening? By the morning's gonna be such a drag.
I've got a flask inside my pocket, we can share it on the train. And if you promise to stay conscious, I'll try and do the same. We might die from medication, but we sure killed all the pain. And what was normal in the evening by the morning seems insane.
And I'm not sure what the trouble was that started all of this. The reasons all have run away, but the feeling never did. It's not something I would recommend, but it is one way to live. 'Cause what is simple in the moonlight by the morning never is. It was so simple in the moonlight, now it's so complicated. It was so simple in the moonlight, so simple in the moonlight,
So simple in the moonlight.
Conor Oberst and band. So good to hear that track again. Sounds so beautiful. And yeah, I mean, absolutely wonderful with Phoebe singing on it as well. Gorgeous. Thank you so much. Have a great show tonight. Thanks for coming to see us.
Thank you so much.
New album is out in March. Salutations and goodbye and thank you to Conor Oberst.